Okay, we got a twist to it. I did not.
My headphones.
Oh, nice twist. Nice twist.
This is paying tribute to the new Assassin's Creed trailer that was dropped today, but this is for Odyssey.
I was gonna say, like, that's not a Viking helmet.
No, I don't
Yeah,
have
you're
one,
off
but
there
this
a
is
little
the
bit.
closest I could get.
I mean, shoot, hey, that works. It's mixing it up. I dig it. I dig it. Morning.
Morning,
Glad-
buddy. How are you?
Good to know you've
Hold
had
on,
your
hold on,
coffee.
I can't hear you.
Good to know
Go
you've
ahead,
had
what's
your
up?
coffee there, Bal.
What?
Good to know you've had your coffee. I'm sipping on some H2O right now. My coffee is still getting roasted at the moment, so.
Is it now? Yeah, I told you I wanted to start flaring it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I dig. Well, good to know to pertain to one of our subjects today. But welcome to Loading Screen.
Yes, welcome everybody. Good morning.
Yes, this is your morning podcast to cue your day up with, and of course, we already got some news. We already got things to talk about.
We do.
This
Shit
awesome
just
Thursday
dropped.
morning. Yeah, it literally just dropped 17 minutes ago. Why?
Yeah,
alleged. Like, well, that's what they released. Was it actually released at 11 on the
They
dot?
said 8 a.m. Yep. They said it was a cinematic world premiere, premiered 22 minutes ago. So at 11.
Dang, nice.
Yeah, dude.
Nice.
I'm so excited. I want to start off by saying, shout out to, this show obviously brought to you by Mike and Ike's and ZipChair. One reason I start every morning turned around was because, ZipChair. So,
I have mine's in the box. I finally got mine's in, so just
yeah, I saw
gotta
that.
put it together.
I heard, well, you texted me and told me, but yeah, there's nothing like the sweet taste of coffee in the morning. I'm really excited for today's show because there's a lot of really good stuff and exciting things to chat about. So
Oh yeah, always fun times. I didn't even know about the Assassin's Creed trailer release till before the show when you brought it up. I had absolutely no idea. Like all right, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Me and Assassin's Creed have had a bit of a fallout.
Really? When?
Since
Which one?
since Brotherhood.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. That's when you had the multiplayer, right? Like the first time they ever
I
implemented
think.
multiplayer was
I
Brotherhood.
think.
Because I did not do Black Flag. I did not. Oh,
Black
no,
Flag was my
no,
favorite.
no. Three. America, right? Three. The actual yeah. That was three was the one that had the DLC with like George Washington, the Tyrant, and stuff like that. Yeah,
I
that's
never
the
played it, so
wow. Three was actually I actually thought three was kind of fire. Three was the last one I remember playing. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was my last one. So I haven't gone back to an Assassin's Creed in a long time.
Mhm.
Um, so I'm very curious to see as to what the new trailer is gonna show, or rather, the direct trailer. I'm not expecting gameplay because Assassin's Creed
Right. Right.
trailers are notorious for not showing gameplay. It's just supposed to show you the timeline in which you're playing and the overall consensus as to the character, and then
Correct.
maybe alluding to some possible gameplay features in the game. Um,
Yes.
and
Yes.
but cinematically, so we're not gonna see the actual gameplay itself, but we're gonna be able to be like, yo, did you see him do the triple flip, tuck into roll into that
The
dude's
bro hug double
face,
back tap
right? Yeah,
combo.
exactly. We're gonna see something like that and be like, I hope that's in the game.
No,
Um,
and I think what's cool about like these trailers and why I get so excited is because the unique thing about Assassin's Creed is like the when's it gonna happen? Like in what era is this game gonna
exactly.
take
Where
place?
where am I gonna be an assassin in this time? It was,
Exactly.
we've gone from Valhalla. No, no, yeah, Valhalla. No, not
Nope.
Valhalla. What am I thinking? That's what I'm thinking
So
of coming up.
Origin, or yeah,
Origin.
Valhalla was released today.
Yes.
Um,
You were just wearing.
Assassin's
You were
Creed
just
Origins was
wearing.
Egypt with the
Yeah.
pyramids, which
Yes.
came 4 years ago.
Has it really been that long?
Odyssey, yeah, maybe
Wow.
Odyssey. Well, Odyssey is the most recent one,
That was last year's.
I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was 2 years ago. It came out when Red Dead came out, and Red Dead 2 came out.
I
No,
thought.
last year.
Yeah, last year.
Last year. God, I'm losing my mind. Um, yeah, last year I guess, because they come out on a yearly basis. That's what I thought, and then
I
I
thought it
saw
was
like
every
the
two
YouTube
years.
video.
No, it says
Is it?
okay. Initial release October 2nd, 2018. So it was at the end of 2018.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's
Okay.
why it kind of
Okay.
gets a little skewed in between.
Yeah. 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 Super excited though. I can't wait.
Okay, well, you know what? Do you want to just like run into it? Because I know you're
Yeah,
excited.
dude.
You
Let's
want to
just
see
jump
it.
right into it.
Let me make
I've
sure.
kind of I've held off on watching it until now. So you guys are getting my first reactions here
Okay.
live. We're doing it live.
Um, the only thing about it is only so that way I don't like feedback loop you my my audio right now. Only because of the
That's
setup.
fine.
This will just be we're doing a straight visual just to see what's up. Then
Yeah.
we'll take in the audio afterwards. But
Yeah.
all right,
I
let's
want to
get right
comment on it
into it.
for sure.
Yeah, let's.
Um,
Oof.
but dude, okay, so
Okay.
I will say, let me start off by saying, like, I am a sucker for Vikings, like the Last Kingdom.
Uh huh.
Anything Ragnarok related, I love.
Ooh, man, oh man.
And the main
Already.
character here, tell me
Uh
if you think this main character here,
huh.
um,
Ooh, this is about
dude,
to be.
look at that.
That's.
Oh, baby. Look at that,
He's
dude.
scary.
The graphics are incredible, aren't they?
Yeah, the cinematics already like very, very
Hmm.
amazing looking. Boats.
So
Are we bringing back boats? Are they trying to redeem
yeah,
them?
so yeah, so
Vikings,
they
pretty
they had
prevalent.
they had a lot of boats in Odyssey,
Hmm.
but they've been making that like core gameplay ever
Oh,
since.
okay, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, see,
Look
you
at
could
that,
tell
dude.
how
That
far
looks
it's been
crazy.
since I
Wow.
thought Black Flag was the only time we've seen boats, but I
No,
didn't
they've been
realize they had them.
incorporating them a lot.
Wow, okay.
It looks incredible
Interesting.
though. I hope it's this populated, like going into it. I mean, these games alone have been, what my actually real quick before I continue, my one
Mm,
friend had an interesting take on this whole era, Valhalla, right, for Assassin's Creed.
mm-hmm.
Vikings aren't known to be stealthy. I mean,
Good
correct me
point.
if I'm wrong,
Good
but
point.
Vikings aren't known to be stealthy. So I'm wondering if it's like kind of like a conflict of, you know, interest here.
Or a contradiction, really. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, whoa, wow.
Oh, baby. Look at this. Oh, wait, I wonder if there's going to be like big battles.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's a lot of people that he
So
seems to be
well,
directly
yep.
involved with like that. Ooh, oh my God,
Oh
the
my
head
God,
chop.
dude, just head chop
Shish
spears.
kebabbed.
So,
Let's go.
so, so I'm curious. Like in just watching this, I made it. Dr. Waffles, Brandon. Good morning, everybody. Black Flag has more boats. Black Flag did have more boats. But like, what's curious about this
Oh,
is like, oh my God. You know, I thought the Odyssey trailer was great. This trailer. I mean, I'm also a sucker for. I'm a little biased, I guess you could say. Um, I wonder if you get to go to Valhalla.
this seems to be almost like I think there's gonna be this is like a redemption kind of run where he's gonna lose a lot, if not everything, and then wait, what is you looking at?
I mean,
Was it?
in
Oh,
typical Viking fashion,
and
the
then he's
main
gonna.
character usually loses nearly everything he cares about.
Okay.
At least in the shows I've watched. Um, but Rich Italiano says Odyssey has big fights too. It does. Okay, I just never got that far. I really enjoyed Odyssey. I just Red Dead came out the same time as it, so
Oof.
I kind of stopped. But here's the one-on-one battle that they normally feature and everything.
Yo, you just got
Oh wait,
hold up.
yo,
First of all,
yo.
yeah, hold up. Put the cap back on. My man just got his ACL destroyed, kneecap probably popped off, like destroyed. You wouldn't be walking after that. Come on, dog. Like that's a little like at least feel some pain. This guy is a absolute monster. Hold up, I gotta
He's
like
a
rewatch
warrior,
that for
dude.
a second. Like
Hold on,
look at the size of that.
oh yeah, dude, he ain't.
Like he's just like
He's
let me just
done.
punch you and walk limp this off.
Oh
Damn.
God. Wait, tell me
Okay.
he pulls it out.
Yeah,
Yep,
he
he
pulls it
pulls
right
it
back
out.
out. And he's just like, yo,
And
this
he's
was
walking. What is? Okay.
yo
Hmm.
crazy. Whoever this guy
Hmm.
is, this dude is
Okay,
like seven
so
foot,
this
8 foot
feature
tall.
here, Dre, just because you haven't played the last one, this feature here
Mhm.
was in like where there's like big battles, I guess, and
Mhm.
then like you have one certain boss that you try and defeat. Um, that was in Odyssey as well. So they
Oh,
had
got
he
him. There it
probably.
is.
Oh
There it
shit!
is. You thought he was dead. Psych, bro. I got a side blade. My
Look at
man's
him.
like, oh, that was my best
Oh
guy.
baby, dude, this is incredible. Holiday 2020. Okay,
Wow, that's
so
this. Yeah, this year. Keep
Xbox
that.
One, Xbox Series X. They don't have PlayStation listed there. You see that because nobody knows anything about it. Um,
Oh, wow. Oh,
that's
okay.
awesome.
Okay, I saw that. I saw that promo work as well. That you saw in that little thumbnail there. Boss
Hmm.
Logic, prevalent known graphic artist that does a lot of like insane work in the game industry and as well as things like in fighting games and stuff. That's where he
Uh
actually
huh.
got his start at. I saw him posting something about this like literally yesterday, the making of that piece, and I was wondering where that was coming from. I didn't get a chance
Really?
to check the final piece. I didn't realize it was Assassin's Creed, but yeah,
That's badass, dude.
that was pretty intense.
I
I didn't even
so
notice the northern lights behind them and such. Oh,
it's pretty.
looks so good.
I'm just like I'm curious though because like Odyssey is fantastic. It's a really really good game.
Hmm.
The my only gripe with these Assassin's Creed games is Ubisoft um tends to keep the exact same gameplay throughout all of their games. All of them. Like, so for example, I'll use Ghost Recon Wildlands,
Hmm.
right? You're supposed to be stealthy. You walk around
Hmm.
and you know, there's player indicators that tell you when somebody's identified you, etc., or seen you, etc. Every Assassin's Creed game is like that. I'm wondering, you know, typically Ubisoft's been like trying to incorporate little things here and there, like like in Odyssey they incorporated dialogue options, so
Hmm.
you could like change the story based on what
Okay.
decisions you chose. I'm curious what this one is gonna entail. It sucks because normally we'd get something at E3. You know what I mean? Normally we'd
Yeah,
get.
a little bit of something.
Hmm.
If we're lucky. But I mean, it would make sense if they were to announce this and then show you gameplay later in the
Yeah,
show, right? It
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
lines up.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like
Um,
maybe big battles, boats they're bringing back. Or armadas or something like that. But like there was,
mhm.
it's funny. Like other than that, like there's no leaping through the skies. There's no that much stealth
You know what?
actually
Now
being
that I
shown here.
think about it,
Like outside of it being called Assassin's Creed,
uh huh.
I wouldn't know this was an
Yeah, there's no
Assassin's
stealth.
Creed. Like I couldn't tell.
Yeah.
There's no hood. There's
Yep.
nothing. But then again, I'm not hearing the game audio right now. I mean the
Right.
sound right now. So maybe the
Right.
trailer sound is like gonna involve something. But like visually, if I were just to look at this, even like
You wouldn't be able to
promoted
tell.
on a screen somewhere and I'm walking by it, I
Hmm.
wouldn't know this was an
Hmm.
Assassin's Creed. That's
Yeah.
actually the thing about it.
That's
Like
a very good point.
the bird and the blade are like the two things that right now that are, you know, iconic to it, but that
Right. Right.
doesn't really scream
Here's
Assassin's
another
Creed at
thing.
this moment.
It doesn't really like go with Viking lore either. Like, and Craig, I see your question in chat, and I'll definitely address it in a second. But like in regular Assassin's Creeds, normally they're in cities, right? Like for Odyssey, there were cities and stuff. Yeah, it was like wide open, but there were like cliffs and mountains and all
Yeah,
that stuff.
exactly.
I correct me if I'm wrong, but the landscape in which the Vikings traversed.
Like, bro, where do you see me jumping off into
Yeah,
a
exactly.
bale
You're
of
not
hay
jumping
here?
off into a
Like,
bale of hay.
like where am
Exactly.
I playing? Where am I parkouring at? I see an
Yeah.
open field.
Yeah. So that's
This is
what
just
I'm,
one
I'm like
level.
very curious.
This is just one place. But
Right.
like we
Right.
said, traditionally the
I'm talking
trailers
bigger
show
picture
you
here.
that. Like usually the trailers
Yeah.
show you that. So this feels a little not lackluster. It's just a little let's just say lackluster. Forget it. Let's just go
Yeah.
with that. Right now, it's just like, huh, interesting. It seems like they're making more of an emphasis on combat than anything else in this trailer.
Combat and story.
Yeah. But yeah, like the wrist blade, like
I'm curious,
okay.
man.
I'm even
That's
trying to
badass.
I'm trying to look at the symbol too that my man has on his chest as well. Like that's the like
Uh-huh.
does that look like I'm just trying to see if that you recognize it. Does it seem like it's from any
Let me
other
see.
symbols like in any of the other games? Because it doesn't really stand out to me. He's got whitish
I mean,
hair. That's about it.
it's
But like there's like I said, there's no hood.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's got to be Viking related. It's like a serpent or something.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Maybe I'm just
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Like I
guessing
mean,
right now.
even the cover art like just screams like he's not hiding. He's just here. I'm here to fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
rather
We'll see.
interesting.
We'll see. Let me. I want to definitely address chat because chat is being very active right now. So, it's being made for PS4, PS5. Yes, I mean I only figured. I was just laughing because the PS5 logo or 4 logo is not listed there at the bottom because nobody knows anything about. Actually, they didn't even list PS4. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's not actually.
That's really
So
weird.
so I
I mean,
wonder
it's
I
going to come
wonder
out for it, but
it will come out for it. I wonder if it's gonna come out for it first.
mm,
I doubt it.
yeah,
I doubt they would do something
I
like
doubt
that.
they would do
I don't
that.
think they've done that in the past. It's usually been a worldwide release for all
Right,
systems. Like
right,
Ubisoft
right.
isn't
It'd be
Ubisoft doesn't
silly to
have a
do that.
side really.
Unless Microsoft was like, "Hey, I'm going to give you $5.5 million to
Yeah,
just
yeah.
push it under the rug." But no,
It
Odyssey's a
would look
combination of
really
stealth and
good.
slasher kind of gameplay. Odyssey is definitely a combination of stealth and slasher gameplay,
Okay.
and it feels like they're incorporating more slasher gameplay. I don't know. Vikings and stealth to me don't mix, but I
Mhm.
guess we'll have to wait and see till gameplay releases.
At least that initial trailer, like we're gonna have more to come down the line. But that
Yeah,
initial
yeah,
trailer just
yeah.
screams the slasher part. Maybe like someone, like I saw someone posted up in the chat as well saying, Vikings warred with England in real life. So true, they might go there. Fuck it,
Mhm,
we might
mhm.
see London or
Oh
some
yeah,
shit.
yeah. So we'll see some castles and stuff.
We
Um,
might see some cool stuff. So maybe
Assassin's Creed, are they any good? Craig, yes.
Oh,
Assassin's Creed, in my opinion, are good. My favorite is Black Flag, and I liked everyone before that, all of them before that, when Ezio was in it.
yes,
Because I know
Ezio.
Ezio is everybody's
Yeah,
favorite.
he was
Um,
because he had an insane storyline that he's the only
mhm.
one that spawned several game titles, I believe. Like no one has been because remember he was
Yes.
Brotherhood as well
Hmm.
as two. He was both of them. So it wasn't a one off that it was just like one game, and
Hmm.
Altair, right? Altair was the very first one, and he was kind of being like, it gets the story doesn't get convoluted. It just it gets very, it expands, right?
Right, right.
I don't want to spoilers, of course, because anything I say from any of those games kind of spoils certain things, but they're all really good. But eventually, after that point, they're all just their self-contained stories where it's a specific assassin has like an arc from beginning to end and
Hmm.
that's it. Ezio,
Hmm.
like I said, he kind of sticks out because he was just in another game, so he had two games worth of that, and also they were cross promoting him to other games. Like he was on Soul Calibur. If you didn't know, he was in a fighting game. If you don't
Was he
remember,
really?
he was a guest character in Soul Calibur 5, like the gun and everything. Yeah,
Oh.
he was in that game. So, he kind of had a lot more play and limelight with even other communities, other aspects of gaming genres that weren't even his original game. So, he was
Hmm.
definitely put out there as a poster boy more than Altair, even though
Hmm.
Altair was like the initial one that was just like everyone was just like, "What? Bales of hay that like I don't break my back if I jump from 80 stories? Is that physically possible? I'm going to try it." You know, like when that dropped, God, that was so long ago too.
It was a long time ago.
But yeah, so it looks sick. I like it. I just want to see, like, for me, to be honest, like trailers, like game trailers, I become um so used to just the cinematic that like it's cool, it's great, the cinematic's awesome,
But
but
you
I
can't
want
judge anything
gameplay.
off of it.
I want
Yeah.
gameplay. That's my
Yeah.
main thing. Like I am
Yeah.
so in gameplay right now because anyone can make it look good, but like
Hmm.
it's happened way too many times where something looks good and then the gameplay is just complete
Yeah.
trash. Like,
I
yeah.
mean, I will
Not to say
say the
this is gonna
one
be
thing
trash,
is
but I want gameplay though.
no. I will say the one thing that Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed and the Assassin's Creed teams have been doing over the last years and really trying to do is just change the gameplay up each year, which is great. I mean, because when you have a game coming out every year, it
Yeah,
can get stagnant. But
absolutely.
nonetheless, I mean, they've all been enjoyable so far for me. I wasn't crazy about Origins. It was cool. It kind of I forget what it introduced. It introduced like a it really dove into the whole crap. I forget the storyline behind it, but it dove into the whole what's rich in chat
Yeah,
should know.
yeah,
What's the thing called? When you traverse into somebody else's body in the past. What's that? What do they call that? The animus? Animus,
yeah.
right?
The Animus.
Animus?
Yeah, you're talking about
Yeah.
Animus. Yeah,
So they really touched on the animus in
really.
Origins.
I did not realize
Yeah,
that.
and like
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Well, not
There
spoilers because you tend to know that early, but in the early Assassin's Creed, I even now actually, like I said, I haven't done it since Black Flag, not Black Flag, since three. But three, to my knowledge, had connections, but you weren't playing the character that was going back in time,
right.
like or not back in time, or using the Animus to see his, his ancestors of his deceased Assassin Creed line or whatever, or the Assassins. I keep calling it Assassin's Creed. It's just like the Assassins. Um,
Yeah.
uh, so yeah, the Animus. I didn't know they went more into it in Origin. That's interesting because I kind of was always curious about it, but then again, I did kind of stop playing the game, so I probably
Mhm.
should look back on it.
No, I mean, as somebody who, like you said, as somebody like yourself who hasn't played for a few years, I think it'd be a good healthy dose of I think you should get it. I think you should at least look into it.
I'll definitely peep it out. So this isn't the only trailer we're actually taking a look at. I guess this is just like
Yes,
Trailer Thursdays this
correct.
week, because we had some,
Yeah, no, it's good though.
we had some things
Tuesday
that
was
came
kind of
through.
slow with news and stuff, and then all of a sudden all this stuff happened. Well, not all this stuff, but a few things
A
happened.
few things started happening. So we have another trailer for Population Zero, which I'm trying to get like a refresher. Like I remember hearing the name, but like I cannot for the life of me actually remember where this game was coming from because I feel like it was announced and I just like because there
I'll be
was
honest
no
with you,
news,
I
I kind
totally
of just
forgot about it.
like
No,
forgot
no,
about it.
I didn't forget about it. I didn't know about it. It's the morning. I'm tired. But I literally I went onto YouTube yesterday because I was
Hmm.
like looking up some stuff for Nerd Street's YouTube channel, and I saw this trailer and I was like, let me click it and watch it. And it looks, from what I remember seeing, it looks like a survival multiplayer game.
Yeah, it's
And
both
it
PvE,
looks pretty cool.
PvP. I kind of remember
Oh,
that.
okay.
So you actually have a choice in the matter, and this is just the latest trailer that just got dropped for it. Kind of I just, throw it from vanilla. Like I have no idea what's about to happen right now, so I'm actually just
Yeah,
kind of
no,
taking
I
it
did
in.
watch through it. I mean,
Okay.
basically, right now we have what looks like the main character, and he's walking through these different environments.
Yes.
Storms. Yeah, that alone makes me think there's survival aspects to it.
Oh,
Enemies.
it's kind of
He's getting
tight.
attacked by like
I
crabs and
love the angle.
this is
I
cool. Look
I
how
like
beautiful that is.
I like the look and also just the way they were presenting this trailer. Like it's him like walking
Yeah,
through everything, and
and
and how he's changing, how he's adapting.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, and which is cool. So I mean, it clearly looks like you can. Oh, here, this is crazy. I saw this yesterday, and I don't really understand what happened, but so it looked like a storm happened there or something, and he might have died.
And
I don't
now
know. He
someone
comes
else.
out like, look,
Uh,
he looks older, and all of a sudden he has like those things in his head. I don't understand it at all, but it looks kind of cool. An exploration survival multiplayer game. That's pretty cool. On May 5th. Oh, so that's coming out soon.
Cinco de Mayo, baby. That's coming out real soon. That's next week.
Wait, by soon I mean like, oh God, it's
That's
already almost May.
it's literally Tuesday. Next show.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, the
Hmm.
next show. So who's are we both preloading it up?
I mean,
Is
hey,
that the plan? I'm down.
I think we might have to dive into it a little bit.
All right, I
Do
think
a,
yeah.
do a
So
gameplay loading screen.
this is on Steam. Yeah, it's online PvP, online co-op, MMO single player is what it's being defined as on Steam.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Cool.
Already announced DLC from the rip. I'm not sure what that's about. If it's
Oh no, he's got those things in his head.
yeah, he already had them to begin with. Yeah,
Okay, I
he
didn't
already
know
had them. Your ship is destroyed with no chance of returning to Earth. You face an unknown frontier. There are 168 hours left until human extinction. Repair the reactor and restart your
Wow.
hibernation pod to save yourself. Fail and become a creature of nightmares. Unite the fellow colonists, or destroy them all.
That is interesting. So there's a time limit to everything you do now.
Yeah, I'm wondering how
Hmm.
the timer is going to work.
Oh look, yeah. So that was him dying. The timer ended, and he died
Yep.
there. And the
Yep.
okay. Okay.
Different game modes. During 7-day cycles, you explore the planet, complete quests, survive against hostile environments and different enemies, build, craft, and gain knowledge. Okay, so it is.
So I mean,
There,
replayability is there clearly.
gotta see
Um,
about the. Yeah, I'm just wondering about the content though. Like, um, what is it? Populous Zero, or is it? Yeah,
Population Zero.
Population Zero. I say populous.
Um, so how do you play? Is every mission timed? I don't
Trying
know,
to
Rich.
keep
So
it.
so Rich, there's these things. I mean, there's a game called 7 Days to Die. It's on PC. It's a crafting survival game where basically you have 7 days to survive. You have 7 days to gather your things. I haven't played this since alpha, so forgive me if some of it's a little off. But you have basically 7 days to gather your things, build up your fort, all of that stuff, and then on day 7, it's either day 7 or day 8, hordes of zombies start coming, and every day the hordes get stronger and stronger and bigger and stronger, and then then it's kind of like up to you to pretty much see how far you can get. Which I'm wondering, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this game. Like, how far can you actually get before the clock reaches 0? But the concept is cool, though. I mean, yeah, I mean, now that you have PC, you can jump into it too.
So there is
Um,
some gameplay that's already kind of been released out there, and it's actually pretty massive.
mm,
Like, definitely survival. We've got water, we've got food to eat, we've got protective clothing, armor, whatever it is you need to use to survive out in the wild, as you
major
can tell.
settlement. Yep.
Yep. Skills, perks, very Fallout-esque, Skyrim-esque, where you have your complete loadout as to what you
Yeah.
want to, even look at that. We have like just
Skill
trees,
trees and
skill
stuff.
trees
That's
to
cool.
go through, so complete customizable as to your end. So clearly we're probably maybe even gonna get, they said other settlers, other colonists, so we're talking, shaking some hands, running on some
So
quests,
I'm wondering
and
if I would see you.
yeah, remember
You
this
know
is
what I mean?
PvP or PvE and it's co-op.
Okay.
So we should be able to
Okay.
play online, but like it's PvP is the thing I'm saying. It's like, so what does that mean? Like, it is under MMO, so is it
Ah,
massively online that I can just,
so maybe it's
like
a
this
mix of
instead of
Rust as
helping
well.
you, could I just like kill you and take what I want from your colony, right? And then you just restart
Yeah.
from zero.
I mean, that's a cool concept. I mean, so basically, you're only. I mean, the villain isn't only the other players in this. The villain is. I mean, obviously, you have the wildlife and everything, but
Yeah, the
it's also
PvE section
the
of it.
timer.
Yeah,
The
I'm
world's
trying
going to
to
end at
see.
some point.
I'm trying to see this entire time on the UI, like where the timer fits in all this, because in the trailer they're emphasizing it. 160
Yeah.
something. What is it, 160 something days, or was it 160 something hours? I'm trying to.
I forget actually.
Yeah, I
Um,
already
so with it being
forgot.
PvP, do I get to F over other people's chances to succeed? Bad boy. Yes. I mean, maybe. Look at it. I mean, if you look at
What
it,
am I
it
thinking?
really
100,
looks like that kind of
The
vibe.
160 something hours is 7 days. I keep forgetting.
I think it was
That's a week.
hours, right?
That's a week. Yeah, that's an entire week. 7 days.
Okay. So you have a week.
I wonder what
Okay.
happens
It looks
every
beautiful
week.
though. The art style doesn't. I did not expect the art style to look like this because the cinematic trailer made it look a little more realistic, with
Yeah,
air quotes.
yeah. I mean, it made it look realistic. Of course, we're not gonna see the stylized pieces to it, but like I'm actually very impressed with the backgrounds, the environment.
No, it
Like
looks
they
really
really
pretty. Yeah.
pulled that in, and just your FOV for it. I thought if they were to enclose it too much, kind of make it closer to over the shoulder
Yeah.
type of look, it wouldn't look as wild and as grand. But like
Yeah.
the fact that your character is just so small compared to your field of view is like pretty awesome.
Pretty awesome. Like some
Yeah.
explorability there. I wonder if you can play as a group. Yeah. I mean, I maybe with games like this, I would assume, but I don't know unless they
I mean, we'll
straight
check
out
it out
say it.
next week on Tuesday for sure. Getting it on
Yeah,
Steam right now. Let me
that'd be cool.
preload that up. Looks
How?
cool. I'm always
What's the price point?
um
Do you
it
have that up?
is yeah, I have the Steam right up.
What's
Wait.
interesting is like
Is it,
we're in this era of like insane capabilities in terms of graphics, and I feel like the last several years we've kind of taken a step back into like the simpler art styles. Like Valorant, Overwatch, this game, Zelda, stuff like that. Like
it's a
I'm wondering why.
it's a $30 game.
$30.
So,
Okay. All
not
right.
even
So
that hard of a
so
bite to the pocket. Um
no, I figured $30 price point is normally those games that are like survival, like, okay, after this happens, you're gonna have to start over again. That's what that price point screams to me, at least.
yeah, so gonna definitely peep it out. Let me see. Currently they settle for 200 people per server, per single server.
Okay.
Um
All right. I'm gonna actually look it up as well.
and
Um,
this is I don't want to say this is early access, but I think that is early access is or planned release date is May 5th, but it's weird that they're saying early access is supposed to last for 9 months. I don't know. I don't think I've seen gameplay outside of anything that's just been
I don't like
promoted,
that.
so I'm wondering everything's in early access nowadays, dude.
I
I,
know, and I
is
told
Fortnite
myself like
technically out of early access or is
it's in
it
beta.
right? Like
Yeah. Warzone's in beta.
Valorant's in beta. Like
Yeah, like
everything,
everything's in beta
nothing.
anymore. It's
Nobody wants to
stupid.
commit and be like it's because as soon as you go like it's done, they're like this game is
They
trash.
shred them apart. Yeah. It's like the
How
safe
dare
point.
you release this game? It's not even
That's like me.
finished.
It's like me
It's been out for
attaching the
eight
word "rough
years.
cut" to the end of my videos.
Yeah, exactly. It's like yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm looking this up. Your ship was destroyed. 168 hours left until
Yep.
human extinction. Um, unleash the void within. In PvP modes, death is the new beginning. Multiple respawns. So there is a PvP mode specifically.
Hmm.
Oh, here we go. 7-day cycles. You will explore the planet, complete quests, survive against hostile, and it seems that we have reached the end of the loading. But yeah, no
Oh,
character development.
good.
Crush your enemies. Explore.
I was like, that's a weird description.
No,
Like you just threw
no,
that in there. I was like, what's
I was
that
commenting
mean?
on that.
Nice.
Loading, huh? Yeah, I do. We gotta lengthen this show here. I just want to
Um,
keep talking.
but yeah, so that it looks cool. I'm definitely gonna peep it out next week. You know, it, another game to kind of have that cool like co-op versus actually competing type of nice
Hmm.
type of situation. And then Assassin's Creed looks pretty bonkers. I just want to see gameplay. As you could, that's my thing, man. Like you can make a cinematic look good, but I need to see gameplay because that's what I'm gonna be sticking to. I'm not gonna be seeing a cinematic for the however many hours I'm gonna dump into it. So
I'm wondering
waiting.
if E3 if they're like secretly putting together a digital E3.
They're not. They already brought that up, stating that they
Oh,
were looking into it at
they're
first, but
leaving it up
then
to
but
developers
because
and stuff.
like and then I remember reading an article stating that they were not pursuing a digital E3. It's because I think there's so many
Yeah,
companies. At first they were pulling out, then they were just like we're not gonna
yeah,
do anything. Like I would think that what the smart thing that they would do is they would pull a Nintendo, which is gonna suck because technically E3 would kind of get hurt for that. But
hmm,
they would pull a Nintendo and just have a specific day every year where the studio or the company will just put on an online show or whatever and just release and be like,
Yeah,
yo,
I
this is
think
what
it'd
we're
be
doing.
awesome.
And then you control the entire show. You have all the time that you want. Sure, of course, for things like indies and like smaller studios, it's like a little bit different because E3, you're using the idea of the show being in front of millions of people to promote the game
Mhm.
versus
Mhm.
Nintendo is already a global juggernaut that they're like, well, we
Yeah.
don't have to be here, so we're just gonna leave and do Nintendo, press releases and such.
Right.
What's it called? Nintendo. What is
Directs.
directs? Thank you. I was like, I knew there was a marketing term. Can't remember what it was called. Yeah, we'll just do our Nintendo Directs, and like they're not hurt from it. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure there's way more eyes on it because they're Nintendo.
Mhm.
But I wouldn't be
I don't
surprised if
know. I'm
any other
excited. We'll see.
studio just followed suit and did the same thing.
I mean, like you'll probably have a lot of those like 24-hour release streams and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like how they just make you sit on your seat for hours on end.
Yeah,
It'd be cool though. I'm excited.
as long as we're not talking about SSDs for like 3 hours or whatever, I'm chill with it. It's like how
Yeah,
you
freaking. I know how an
not to
SSD
say,
works, bro.
yeah, I know
You
how
don't have to beat
SSD.
yourself up by teaching me how it works.
Yeah, that was rough. Just show the PlayStation 5 already. I kind of just
Yeah.
want to see it.
I want to buy it. Just show me what it looks like.
The controller looks dope. We already had the talk. We
Yeah.
already had that talk. We're not gonna open
We
up
did.
that wound. But
Yeah.
with that, I'm pretty sure my coffee's also done. But the loading has been done. Your day is now queued up, and you're ready to go. We are at the end of our wits. I'm done. It's game over. We're at life zero. We're out. Loading screen is complete today. Thank you very much for hanging out for another episode. We will be back next Tuesday with, of course, some Population Zero, hopefully
Yeah.
preloading. Maybe we'll even preload the Population Zero like loading screen somewhere
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
use that timer. Maybe we'll show some of it live off.
I love it. I love
But
it.
we
Yeah.
will be here next Tuesday. Remember, this show does happen every Tuesday and Thursday. Uh, Thank you for hanging out. Of course, once again, I'm Crash. I know they didn't, I was funny enough. I just realized we didn't kind of introduce ourselves in the beginning of the show. I'm Crash. I'm Dre.
Oh.
Nice to meet
Hi,
you.
I'm Scrow.
Yeah, that's Alejandro. Um, but yeah, thank you very much for hanging out for another episode. Make sure to follow Nursery Gamers on Twitter so you can see when we actually go live. You'll see notifications happening, of course, when the show goes live. Or make sure
Mhm.
to follow, and actually, I would prefer you also follow the Twitch page so that way you can see a notification as well when we go live. And feel free to tag us on any questions or comments you want us to maybe address during the show. We're
Yeah.
all ears for it. We're definitely always down to interact, even for those that are here in Twitch chat as well. I know we get to those, but if you got something maybe you want us to try to cover or check out, feel free to tag us on Twitter for that.
Yeah, and we're tag us on Twitter, and we're working on getting a hashtag together for that. And if you guys want to check back at any of the previous episodes, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we got a whole bunch of stuff on there, and we're constantly uploading stuff now, especially being in quarantine and all. So a lot
Absolutely.
of good stuff.
All right. So yeah, thanks again for hanging out, guys. Enjoy your days, and we'll see you guys next week. Later.
See you guys.